First course, white for pudding.
Hello and welcome to the Great British Shitcom, the show in which we watch some potentially forgotten sitcom classics to see if they stood the test of time. I'm Mark, and as ever I'm joined by my co-hosts Chris Wood.
Hello.
And Chris Jones.
Hello.
So we've changed the format for the game this series, and the winner gets to pick the next episode we're going to watch, and Wood won episode 1.
Yep.
And Wood, can you remind us what you picked? Can you remember what you picked?
I can't remember what I picked. It was the Good Life.
Perfect. Okay. So we are watching, The Good Life. Series premise from IMDb. The perils of escaping the rat race and dropping out of society to start a farm in Surbiton, in brackets, and to drive Margot nuts. So first up, Surbiton. You guys like your geography? What can you tell me about Surbiton? What can I try learn and then forget this week?
Well, it's in England.
Good start.
Don't know.
Is it in Surrey or Kent? South of London, I think. Surbiton, it sounds quite suburban to me. I think it's like farmy.
Well, I think that's the idea. The idea is that he was like in
It was
a
a normal
bank
house.
or something like that.
Yeah.
So he had like I think he worked in a bank where he had quite a good job or something like that, and then he's left that to become sort of self-sufficient. So he's kind of gone. So yeah, he's still in his house, like on his like suburban street.
Oh, I see. Right.
But he's obviously now got like veg and that in the garden.
Good. All right.
Oh, yeah, I think it's just set in his back garden, isn't it? There's a lot of the...
Yeah, but I mean, I think they were he had like quite a good job, so he got quite a well-off house. It's a suburban neighbourhood in southwest London, within the Royal Borough of Kensington, next to the River Thames.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah,
thank you.
it's part of the traditional county of Surrey.
Yeah.
So I think this is the first episode we're doing where one the writers, I should say, has written one of the other episodes that we've watched.
All right.
They wrote Brushstrokes. Do you remember who wrote Brushstrokes?
I do. Yeah. Is it Robert?
It is his partner, John Esmonde, and Bob Larby.
Lobs.
Lobs
Fucking
is back.
Lobo. Oh, yes.
Yeah, Esmonde and Larby are back. Bob Larby. They're back.
Bob Larby.
You gotta love
What
the
a name.
pronunciation. Yeah, they're back, and they're with The Good Life this week. Series ran for 4 series, and it was 30 episodes in total. I'll let you sticker in the background, that's totally fine. It ran between 1975 and 1978, and it got an average rating of 8 out of 10.
Good.
Guess all right. That's not bad.
8%.
Yeah, exactly that. Maths. It stars Richard Byers as Tom Good. He was in Ever Decreasing Circles, Monica the Glen.
His middle name is Ebenezer, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Ebenezer Good.
Good. Shaman.
Felicity Kendal as Barbara Good.
Lovely Kendall.
She was in Rosemary and Thyme and Doctor Who. Penelope Keith as Margot Ledbetter to the Manor Born, and she was in Woof. Do you remember Woof? Kids
Nope.
TV chat.
No.
Was it a dog?
Yeah.
So
angry.
Was that a dog show? Wolf, was it a little white dog?
It was for most of the series, but then brought it back and they changed the
I
dog.
can't remember what the premise was. Was it like psychic or something?
No, that was a sick dream you had. No, so it was a...
He was in a sexual relationship with Penelope Keith. It's quite ahead of his time.
Correct.
Ahead of its time.
TV.
Where were you?
A few more years to wait, obviously. I'll bring that up again.
It was about a little boy that...
Still waiting for those signatures, aren't you?
It was about a boy that at some point through his day and he would get a bit itchy, scratch, and he'd be like, "Oh no, I'm about to turn into a dog," and the boy would turn
I
into
think
a
you've
dog.
mentioned this on the Shitcom before.
That's
That's
a better premise than psychic dog, isn't it? Really.
Well,
Not much my pal.
yes, that's Woof. And finally, Paul Eddington.
How would they show that? The dog can't talk. How would you know this?
Well, the dog just does.
It's all implied. I'm not. It's not a comedy. It's drama.
I suppose I could do subtitles like in My Hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would take a
Or
long-
just I'd like
long
to
time.
superimpose someone's face.
Yeah, real time.
Like the baby wreck. Not even make it look like a dog. Just proper weird.
Just a human mouth.
Yeah.
All right.
It also stars, finally, Paul Eddington as Jerry Ledbetter. He was in Yes, Prime Minister and The Adventures of Robin Hood. So today I've gone for the Shitcom special. We're watching Series 1, Episode 4.
Classic.
Classic.
Pig's Lib. This also gets 8 out of 10.
Yep. So Pig's Lib. Are we going to guess what the episode might be about?
Yeah, let's do that. Why not? What do you think? What do you think Pig's Lib will be about?
Pigs.
Yeah.
Applying the wolf logic to that. there.
Going in strong.
Are they psychic pigs or?
Lib. What's that? Liberation.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Maybe they're going to save some pigs
Yeah.
from the slaughterhouse.
He's going to take some pigs
Make
from
some pigs will get
slaughterhouse
free and
and
go to chase them around.
put them in his garden to lay some eggs. Standard.
Eat some eggs.
This pig eggs taste awful.
There's no shell. Yeah, that
what pigs
it would
and
probably
blankets are.
rescue some pigs. Yeah, don't know.
Liberate some pigs.
Yeah, liberate some pigs.
I reckon they'll either save it from certain death, or some pigs will get loose and have to chase them around at some point.
Oh, I reckon. Yeah, I can see that happening.
Oh,
And
you might-
Margot,
yeah.
Margot has some pigs run after.
Felicity Kendal be chasing around and a top will fall off or something. That'd be good.
Or it's
Probably.
a political commentary on the Liberal Democrats.
What about you right now, Vince Cable?
Knock at the door. Oh, it's a Pig's Lib.
Oh yeah, not going to scratch tuition fees, are you? Oh yeah, sure. I'll vote for you in 2010 and then never vote for you again.
Bitter.
Keep an eye on
bitter.
this one as well.
I've heard.
Democracy works. Hashtag what?
Should we go straight into series 1, episode 4 of The Good Life?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go.
All right then. Yeah, let's go indeed. Cool. We'll see you on the other side. Welcome back. So we just watched series 1, episode 4, entitled Pig's Lib of The Good Life. And straight up, yes, there were pigs in it.
Yep.
And we, one of you two guessed that the pigs would escape. And that happened as well. The whole episode
And
here,
also, it wasn't factually correct in the show or in the time, not in the timeline of the show, but one of us guessed that the pig would be safe from the slaughterhouse, ostensibly.
yeah,
Which it wasn't, but that's what some of the characters thought.
yeah, made them believe that.
So
the greater
I
good.
think we did quite well.
Yeah, good.
This feels like one of the first sitcoms we watched for a while where there's been a story, which is nice. So the story of
Sorry.
Esmondi and Larby helping out here. That basically the two main characters, Briars and Kendal, they always the real names. They get some pigs, and Margot's not happy with them, and she wants them to go. And they come to the agreement that if the pigs escape, then they would have to go. And coincidentally, yes, the pigs escape.
It's literally like the first day, like they escape, isn't it? What I got from it was like the warning after they escape.
Yeah, I think that Margot brought around the councilman that had been in office for like a month, and he's like the go man. He was making things.
It wasn't a
work.
council. It was like
Oh, was
just
it
a
not a
residents'
council?
association.
Oh,
So
was
I
it?
think
Okay.
it's just like they must have like it must be like a local residents' council, didn't you?
Right.
And they have like representatives that go to the council to get stuff done.
Okay, got
So
you.
it must have been just part of the residents, like the street or a couple of streets or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, he gets stuff done. So she complained to him, and he was. They had disagreement that if the pigs escaped, then he get rid of them.
Yeah,
They
he was
did.
like the mediator for it. She thought he was going to come around and say, "Hey, get rid of those pigs," but no, he said like, "No, come on, guys, let's sort this out."
Yeah.
And they did.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That was the episode. Any Russell those? Thanks.
Giflar.
The cinnamon swirl.
Wow, it's like cinnamon.
Any particular themes or anything you guys noticed in this particular episode?
I really liked it.
Yeah, it's all about like it's self. So for people who haven't watched Good Life before, it's like self-sufficient, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So he's doing like trading and bartering and just using like the eggs and just like that whole thing that would have been probably a bit stranger in the 70s, wouldn't it? I don't know, really.
Yeah, I imagine that in the sort of it looked like they were in a sort of fairly small neighbourhood or whatever. And Surbiton, thank you for reminding me. And Briars was trading at his local newsagent for a copy of Pigs Weekly, or whatever it's called.
Pig breeder.
Pig Breeder.
Yeah.
Good mag. Recommend it.
Yep. And he gave him some eggs, and then there's a little joke at the start with the guy wanting skiing monthly with a broken foot.
Yeah,
And he slipped on
I
ice.
thought that was going to go somewhere,
It's
but
a
it
bit
didn't.
strange. Yeah, it's just kind of like it was. Oh.
yeah, it was a joke that sort of fell flat. I think
Like he did.
Yes, he did. Well, I feel like the visual joke of like, oh, he's hurt his foot somehow and he wants to ski him thing, and you're supposed to think, oh, did he do that skiing, which he's asked, and then no, he fell over on some ice, which is linked to skiing. I think that you're in the realms of humour there, but I think, as we said, I think it fell.
I'm going to stop you there, Mark.
Yeah.
So then he gives him some eggs for that,
Yeah.
and then he came back in again, and then the guy gave him a big bag of potato peelings, and I thought that the other guy would say something like, "Oh, is that the change?" or something funny.
I was.
But he
waiting for
didn't
a
really say
change.
anything about it.
Yeah.
He sort of said, "Is he a bit?" Pointed at his head like, "Is he a bit, slow or whatever?" And he went, and then the shopkeeper goes, "No, he's not. Quite the opposite, in fact. He's completely self-sufficient. Him and his wife." And then it was cut to the next scene. I was like, "Oh." And he sort of said it in a weird, stilted way. Like I thought it was.
Yeah, that was really.
Gonna.
Really odd.
That was weird.
I quite like that Richard Breyer's character in this is consistently flirting with. I keep getting the names wrong. Penelope
Margot.
Keith. Yeah, Margot. Thank you. Yeah, he's always got these little flirty undertones, which I quite like in the show. In that I feel like there always feels there's weird sexual undertones with the two couples. I don't know if you guys think that. Like I can imagine that they all got drunk one night and something happened at some point.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like they do it.
Oh, have you read it? It's,
The Good Life.
It's published online. Free on Amazon.
I feel like they do that just to know it makes them uncomfortable. The posher couple, like they seem to be doing things just to kind of try and tease them a little bit, and I feel that
Yeah, he does like
that kind of thing might make them feel uncomfortable as they're a bit priggish.
I reckon Margot loves it really. I reckon she gets off on that later on. Dirty bitch.
Okay,
Oh, I edit that out. Sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, Margot. Penelope Keith.
is Keith still around? She
I think they're all. No, Bryce isn't.
Bryce
Bryce
is
passed away.
Yes. Lovely Kendall's still around.
She is, as is Penelope Keith. I don't know about Paul Eddington.
Edders must have died.
I don't know about him. He's the one that I knew least of in this program, and he didn't actually appear much in this one either.
No.
Yawned again.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. He's almost makes me laugh. Yeah, he wasn't in this episode much either. It feels like he's very much behind the scenes.
Well, he's got
somehow.
a job, hasn't he? Whereas the other ones don't.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thanks.
This is Kendall not doing it like this. She's just self-sufficient as well. So she giving up her job and stuff to do that as well.
What, in real life or in?
in the not the real life.
Yeah.
the good
So I
life.
think they both don't. Yeah, the idea is they're both self-sufficient. So I don't know what they must have paid off the mortgage in the house or something, and so it's just
Which
literally
back in those days, it was about like 70 quid.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the premise of it. Yeah, so they're just doing what they can.
Yeah. So then it goes from the new agent bit to Briar's going around the neighbourhood with. Well, the version we watched had the top and bottom cut off, so we only saw the
that was
middle of the frame. So
And we were like, oh, hopefully they won't need much from the bottom of the screen. Then it's straight away a man
a
with
lot
his
of the
foot in a
action,
cast.
a lot of the action was on the bottom third of the screen. Which
Yeah,
we had to kind of guess what was happening.
Yes, it was like zoomed in and cut out as well. Wasn't it? So there's a lot of shots of just like the top, the shoulders and the head, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
it's
Which
like,
is when it was Kendall. I don't have a problem with it. Ryers goes round to Penelope Keith's house, and he's like, "All right," and then she's like, "What's going on here?" And she's like, "What's that? What's that monstrosity?" And he's like, "Oh, it's a couple of dustbins on a trolley."
Trolley.
Yeah, we just saw.
couldn't see
dustbins,
trolley,
so
just dustbins.
yeah.
I thought it was just their
It's
bins
just a couple of
outside.
bins.
It's strange.
And it was like a back and forth, but doing them sort of bantering slightly.
Mhm.
And there was a bit that was I don't know what it was, but she was like, "Oh no, it isn't." He's like, "It is," and she says like, "No, it isn't. It is." Like that kind of back and forth, which was sort of referred back to later in the episode when they were having an intervention.
Yeah.
And a similar kind of exchange.
Okay,
happened.
yeah, I remember that.
Kind of. I thought, like I mentioned it during we were watching it. I thought the writing was actually really good in this, like the mechanics of it. I thought it was actually really well written by. So shout out to Bob Lovey. He did a
And his
really
mum
good job. So he's going around getting waste stuff for his compost and whatever scraps to feed these animals. Then he mentions in passing that he's raising pigs, which opens up the main thematic pillar of the episode. Chris,
Yeah. We also missed out the where they're trading the window cleaner.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Where again, I thought watching it zoomed in and the top half really enhanced the
cranked up the tension, the sexual tension
of that thing. Because literally, it was just like a close up on the guy's face.
There was a lot of eye
and his
acting
eyes.
involved.
Yeah,
He did quite well.
He did with his eyes, didn't he?
He did pretty well.
Yeah.
So yes, so he's a window cleaner.
Yeah, and he comes in to clean the windows. She goes, "Oh no," because obviously he's just looking for essentials. And then she says to him, "Oh, maybe we could come to an arrangement." And I'm sure you can all follow that.
Yeah, and the window cleaner was like,
He was like, "What?"
his eyes like came out on screen.
And he
like
pulled his collar, and some,
Yeah,
some
steam
steam came outside.
and he gulped, and his up and went down and up again, and went ding. As it went like a cartoon. And then that carried on, and then he was probably getting into it, thinking he's gonna get domed off in a detached house in Surbiton for cleaning some windows, which I think is, if
Market
Well,
rate.
it'd be probably the type of thing that what's that guy? I can't remember.
Robin Asquith.
Robin Asquith.
The thing with Asquith,
He was
he would have
brought on
followed
as,
through. He would have got proper domed.
He was
and
brought
been
in as
chased
a-
off by Briars down the street.
He was a consultant on the script.
Loving this bit about pigs, but I think what we really need is
He coached the guy through. Right now, what you do is you lift your hips up, you lift your hips down.
can you show bare bottom?
Yeah. I can be your bottom double. Don't worry about that. Straight in. He was auditioned for the part, but didn't get it.
So then that happens, and it builds up. So like she's kind of oblivious, saying, it was just like an arrangement. What have I got that would pay for the windows? And he's like, ooh. And then he realises, she goes, oh well, I'll give you some wine and then some spring onions, and he's like, oh, I was deflated, literally. and then he feels very remorseful.
Yeah, then he goes, I'll do him for free, because he was so embarrassed about.
Yeah.
Like, it's nice to see.
Which is like, she didn't clock on, like, you could have got away with it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, she did when he walked out.
she was like, oh, you giggled and put a hand over her mouth.
Which I'm glad they chose that rather than her just not realising at all, because then they sort of brought it back in later on when she's talking to Briars. He was like, oh, what do you mean that he was offering it? He's now going to offer it for completely free.
So am I supposed to understand what that means? She's just like, no. He's like, fine, and moved on.
Fair enough.
I really like the way their relationship was written. I thought it was really nice. They were really
They're a believable
chemistry,
couple, aren't
the
they?
chemistry between the co-actors playing the couple was. I thought it was great. It was a great ensemble cast. Like the two couples was really good.
Definitely, I feel like both couples are actually really good, and the fact that the other two, they don't seem like they like each other a lot of the time.
Well, it's not even like dislike. I mean, like there are two very different sets of couples,
For sure.
but there was like a warm friendship behind it all, and they do get into disagreements and things. And even when they were having a dispute about the pigs, they wanted to resolve it because they wanted to remain friends because they were friends. I thought it was really well written. Like they're very like. Briars and Kendal are a very playful couple. They're always messing around, and it's nice, It's a really good relationship to aspire to.
I feel like this could be a BuzzFeed quiz where you answer a series of questions and you work out which one of the good life characters you would be.
Yeah.
Which character do you think you would be, guys?
I don't know, actually. The pig.
What, in the good life?
Well, I'd be the window cleaner, that's for sure. Like cleaning windows.
The guy who broke his foot.
Yeah.
Was there a joke of the week at all? Did anyone
Well,
pick
we've
up
got
anything?
about a third of the way through the episode. Come on, let's just finish doing that and then we'll do it.
Sorry, I thought it was everything.
Okay, no, we've got up to the. We've got the pigs in, yeah?
It feels like so much.
Right, they get pigs, okay?
Yeah.
Get pigs. Pigs escape.
Yeah.
Pigs get gone.
Before
Pigs get gone. Get those pigs gone.
before the pigs escape,
Yeah.
they get the pigs. They get the
Oh,
pigs,
yeah, the
and,
guy,
and
yeah,
then
sorry.
Bridget Briar says, "Don't anthropomorphize for flies.
Don't give them names and that.
Exactly.
Animals are animals.
Exactly, Pinky and Perky, she calls them.
Can I just add to that? A
Yeah.
fun fact, I found this out recently. If you
Yeah,
give
that's
animals actual names, they produce better. Like what? Get drugs, did you say?
Get jobs.
Get jobs. That makes slightly more sense than what I said.
You can apply for a passport and bank account and everything. Get on the electoral register. Perfect.
Let's be the running for council. Fantastic.
Explains a lot about the British politics.
Hey.
Oh, sorry, right, yeah, sorry. If you give him a name, it.
So I found out recently. I started watching Ducks Quack Don't Echo on
Alright.
Now TV, or at
Yeah.
least it was at the time. And I found out that if you give animals
Why
cows,
sponsored
are
by
you
Now
plugging Now
TV?
TV so much?
yeah,
It's not that much on there.
Um,
It's a bit pricey.
if it, I agree. I agree with that. So why is our sponsor apparently?
Just
Yeah.
fucking get on with the story about ducks quacking and whatever.
So basically, they tested it on cows that do have actual human names and cows that are just numbers, and the cows with names produce more milk. So basically, if you anthropomorphize, I think I said that
He did.
pronically, brilliant. Oh, it's going so well. Said it pronically, and the human animals.
What?
I said the long word right.
I should have had 3 sets. One of numbers, one with a name, and one with a name and surname. That'd be well good. Johnny Evans is producing well today.
What if you were if you were like politer to him as well, like Mister, not Mister. Obviously, you're not milking that, are you?
Could
Mrs.
be,
like
could be
Mrs.
Mr. Oink.
Mr. Oink. What's he producing? Like Mrs.
Oh,
Mrs.
yeah. Pig stuff. Pig eggs. Oh, God.
All right, so if you give like a cow a first name, like I don't know, Daisy to be original.
Yeah, versus like 006, like Daisy.
006.
Daisy.
But how can they
License to
differentiate differentiate between that? Like if you say to a cow like, oh, 006.
Milk. Shaken, not stirred.
Oh, that's another Photoshop that's coming our way, I think.
And udders are forever. Dr. Moo.
Yeah. I don't know any Bond films well enough.
Dear. Anyway, so
Where
did we
are
get
we?
with this?
Yeah.
Fucking
I
hell.
don't know. I can't.
You derailed it by talking about anthropomorphisation. Right, so then they get the pigs in.
More milk.
Fine. The pigs don't have milk.
Oh, whatever.
Do they?
Well, I do, but
They
you
do.
wouldn't want to drink it, would you?
Well.
Give it a go.
Like, it must, a pig will feed its piglets, won't it? Like a sow.
A female. Oh,
yeah, it's true. It's a mammal, so.
But you're not pig milk.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. So. Okay.
Yeah, like a dolphin. Does that produce milk?
That's a good point, actually. What do they? No.
They must do. It must have
But
to
don't
feed
suckle
the
the
young,
young,
wouldn't
do they?
they?
Because they're just dolphins.
I don't know. Whales do, don't they?
Don't know.
Do whales have milk?
They're
I
doing
feel we're missing a trick there. Bottles of that.
loads, yeah. Right. Okay. So then.
90% water.
Salty.
It's all fucking krill in the bottom of it.
Salty.
Plankton.
Plankton.
Yeah. Right, so then Margot sees they've got pigs. She's livid. Not livid, but she's a bit put out.
No, she's hacked off, isn't she?
Hacked off
off.
would be the right word. So.
But then you would be, wouldn't you? Like if you had your neighbour and suddenly there's loads of chickens out there and it stinks and there's pigs out there now and there's all sorts. You'd be like, oh fucking hell, stinks.
Which is
now,
what she
isn't it?
said. Oh, fucking hell.
Fucking hell. So it's just the last straw, really. Seriously, fucking hell. You check the. I mean, yeah. You got to check, haven't you? There'll probably be some sort of covenant on the house that means you can't have them in there anyway. Just a bit of house knowledge there for you.
Yeah.
Rubbing it in.
Check. Hmm?
Rubbing it in. Not on the market yet, are you, Mark? No, I'm not.
No. It's just because it's this thing. Because there's one in my house where they're not allowed to park on the property.
Oh, pig.
What?
I thought you talked about
Pig. It's pig. He's in the shed. It's hiding.
Oh, I wonder what that bagging was.
No, you get like all these covenants, don't you, where it's like,
season.
oh, you're not allowed to paint something. You're not allowed to do certain things.
Swastika on the front of your door. Oh, if I'd known that, I would have put the
just put it up.
in.
It's really disappointing. I had to get rid of the air raid siren and everything. I wanted to recreate the Blitz. Blackout curtains and everything.
To be fair, you said your neighbours are pensioners, so they probably love that.
Flashbacks. This bloke who walks up and down with a air warden
Little tin hat
helmet on all the time.
ARP.
All right, so yeah, they had the pigs in the garden. They got out. He sent them off to the
before that,
farmer.
they get the pigs.
Before
She's
that.
annoyed. She calls in the neighbourhood.
Oh yeah, sorry. I
The
keep trying
neighbourhood
to gloss
communities.
over the neighbourhood guy,
The
don't I?
community watchman,
Yep.
Mr. What's his name?
Community Residents
Is it Mr.
Association president.
Yeah.
Was it Mr. Morris or something like that?
It's Mr.
No, hang on.
Get those fucking pigs out of here!
Sorry, there was a science
Science
teacher
teacher
we
from
had.
our school, so good.
Good reference there. for
Good
everyone.
universal joke everyone can join in with.
Yeah.
What's his name? Did you write it down?
No, I wrote three things down this time.
He had a cravat, didn't he?
Yeah, no,
did?
was it a cravat? Or was it like a little scarf? Wasn't it?
I think we go to the person that's most likely to know if that's a cravat or not. Mark, was that a cravat?
I think probably with cravat. The way it was worn, I would have said maybe
Well, I
cravat.
don't
yeah.
agree with that.
It was,
It was like
I
a
think
silk,
you're
it was
right,
a silk
more-
scarf of sorts.
Yeah.
It was more worn like a scout would wear a
Yeah.
scarf.
Yeah, he didn't have it on like a cravat, did he?
No, I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah, if it was a cravat, it
I
was
thought we could
worn
meet in the middle with
incorrectly.
it. It was a cravat worn incorrectly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the most important thing I took from that thing.
the cravat is like over, under, no through. That's the tie there for the
More
cravat.
fun facts from Mark there.
Yeah,
Mm.
you're welcome.
Sartorial.
YouTube, how to tie a tie series.
Yeah, tune
Hi
in next
guys.
week.
Alright,
Ah.
so then they call him in. He's going to mediate. Margot thinks he's going to stick up for her and tell him to get it out, and he's like, "No, I'm not. I'm mediating."
Mm.
Did he say it like that? No, I'm not. I'm mediating. Yeah. You sit back down, all right.
You asked me to come around here. So this is probably not right, but
Because he says,
yeah.
because the guy, what's his name, who the self-sufficient guy,
Briars.
yeah. So he's all comes in quite hostile, like because he assumes that guy's there to tell him that get rid of the pigs and that, and he goes, "Oh, you're just like Hitler with that gas chamber in your garden." No, he calls him Hitler. He says, "Oh, that's what he said," or something like that, and then he goes,
I'm self-sufficient as well. I quit my job and
Yeah,
everything,
yeah.
so I go freelance as a writer, so I know what it's like to take a risk.
Yeah, but he said it really angry, didn't he? He was like, well, pissed off, wasn't he? But then he had been just referred to as a
Hitler.
He was on the back foot a bit there, I think, wasn't he?
I don't even know anymore.
Right, yeah. So initially, Briars is quite hostile because he thinks he's going to be told off by this man. The man. It turns out he went self-sufficient.
But
So-
he didn't go self-sufficient. He just went
Well,
freelance, didn't
but
he?
like,
That's not
you know-
self-sufficient,
Yeah,
is it?
exactly.
Okay, but
I wouldn't say, I'm off the grid. Why? Because I'm a freelance.
Because I work from
Freelance
home
writer.
sometimes.
Yeah, because I work from home. It's off the grid. Gas company's got nothing on me. Christ.
So then Margot thinks he's gonna be fighting in her corner, but she's badly mistaken. He's actually going to be mediating.
Mm.
So then it turns out that the compromise they come to is that they can keep the pigs, but if they get into her garden, they go.
Yeah. Is it if they
Literally,
get into a garden or if they...
I mean, if they escape
Escape.
at least. Yeah, one of the two.
I think if they get into her garden,
I assumed if they...
escape.
He said something about a build a ladder as well.
that's the only place they'd be bothered going. Like, she'd be bothered about, wouldn't she? She wouldn't care if they went the other way.
It went to the other garden next to the other neighbour.
Selfish.
Yeah, because he says to her, "Oh, they're not going to be jumping over your fence, you maniac." And then he goes,
Doing the Fosbury flop.
"Yeah."
Oh, was it? Yeah.
And then he goes, "Oh, the only way they'll get out is if they build a ladder and jump over." And he says, "If they build a ladder and get over your fence, then yeah, I'll get rid of them," because he thinks it's never going to happen.
Hubris.
Yeah, too confident.
Yeah, so it's literally like a smash cut to, it's not, they go out to go, they're going to feed the pigs and they're like,
Yeah. Like,
and then the musical, like, what's it called?
It's dramatic.
Sting that played is like probably like dun dun dun, and then well we assume it zoomed in on
we could see.
on
it.
like
Hey, you saw a little bit of a hole. You saw a bottom of a fence, and it was like,
enough about Kendal. Disgusting. Disrespectful. It's been like burrowed underneath the fence.
yeah.
Which
Enough about the sex life.
yeah.
And they were in the, and then I assumed they were looking over the fence at the pigs, but we just saw like a little bit of the garden. It was like, no, that's the garden.
What's the problem?
Yeah, it's lovely.
And then Briars gets a boost over the fence. Not a chocolate bar. Ken, trying to entice them back.
Can we get these pigs? No, just press it. For
Give him a boost.
He gets over there with his big chunky knit sky blue jumper, and he's creeping like a proper like comedy creep over on tiptoe. Just as Margot comes out of a watering can, audience, you can hear the audience getting nervous. Brian goes, "All right," and she's like, "Hello," and then I assume the pigs are behind him because then he pulls out his jumper to try and cover him up. That's a little funny little comedy move.
Yeah.
Margot's
then-
reaction. Sorry, go on.
No, go on.
So Margot's reaction here was surprising. I thought she'd be a little bit more shocked, but it was more like, look, the pigs.
Come on.
Look, I told you I was
Yeah.
right. I'd have thought she'd have a note of horror that there's
Well, I think like
pigs in her
they
garden.
live next door to each other for a long time, and
She probably knows
she's
what
used to
to
their
expect.
antics. I think
But like they were they were snuffling around the little plots, little plants pots, and
potted plums.
potty plants. Thank you. And
Cool,
yeah,
mate.
she was not remotely bothered by that. I thought she would be like, oh no, not my geranium sort of thing. I thought she'd be bothered by that.
Well, she's more concerned about. I don't think she clocked on yet that the pigs were there. She just saw Briars snooping around.
Oh, the big jumper was in the way. To be fair.
Yeah, yeah, he stretched it out
Yeah.
to make a sight screen. Cut to Briars and Kendal loading the pigs into the back of a van. They're sad, and there's like quite an artful. You pointed it out. Quite an artful shot from the point of view of the pigs, looking out at their sad faces as the van pulls away. And like, the camera kind of pulls off with the pulls off with the van, and they walk back inside looking sad. Camera dollies up to Margot in her house, looking out, looking pensive. She knows she's done the wrong thing.
Yeah.
She's upset him, and she's trying to get like reassurance from her husband. He's not having it either.
No, he's pissed off as well.
Yeah.
But she thinks she's kind of in the right. She knows I think she knows deep down she's done wrong. But she's like, well, we had an agreement. They broke the agreement. You know. Then this is going on along. This is like almost in real time, isn't it?
Sorry.
Kendal and Briars are in their kitchen. Kendal's sad. They crack open some homemade wine. It's potent from their reactions.
I'm gonna go with that was Pachi because like it was potato peels from the newsagent.
Well, Briar went over and said, let's try that.
I thought the potato peels and that were for just the pig scraps.
Yeah, it's just for the animals.
Well, what? Because the way they were making it, it was like something in
How do
tights.
you know it was?
I've never made Pachi, but I'm familiar with
Made
making
what?
it. But it's called Pachi. It's like PTCHI or something.
Well,
I'll find out.
If you
Briar-
can
like they
make homemade
mentioned-
wine out of anything.
One, Kendal, when she's talking to the horny window cleaner, she says, I can trade you some homemade wine. She says wine.
Right,
Is
okay.
Pachi a kind of wine?
That's what I'm finding out for you now.
Okay, fine. Secondly, Briars walks over to the cabinet and says, let's try see how the wine's getting on. They mentioned the wine twice. I don't know what Pachi is. Might be something you dreamt.
How to make homemade wine? So you
Poutine.
can make it out of anything. You can make
What
it
is
out
it?
of
What's
honey.
Poutine.
What is it?
Irish wine. Traditional drink of drink
What's that?
of
It's
poutine
like
from Ireland.
lighter fluid.
Irish moonshine.
What's it made of?
I mean,
I mean, it's Ireland, so it's going to be potatoes. But I typed in Irish potato wine. First result.
alright, there's more to Ireland potatoes, Mark. Come on, seriously.
Well,
That's why you got fired from that travel guide. It's all
Poitín.
potatoes. It's all potatoes.
Poiti with a little accent on N.
Yeah, but you can make wine out of anything.
Yeah.
Like
Elderberries.
banana wine,
Bine.
cherry wine.
Grapes.
Grape.
Dutty.
Steady on there.
All right, well,
Chips.
Hon-
Northern wine, I call that.
honey wine or
Yeah,
mead.
yeah.
as you
There
want.
we go.
There we go.
There
Bring
we
it back.
go. Anyway, Mark, it's not quibble. They're
Oh,
drinking some
sorry.
wine. They call it
Sorry.
wine.
That
It could be
was
poutine.
wine.
It could be mead. They're drinking it. It's potent. They pull a funny face.
Well, that was clear. I'll give you that.
And then Margot comes in feeling sorry for herself. They're both looking really sad. And they sort of say, Briar's got a little glint in his eye. He looks at Kendal. She knows what he's up to.
I've tried to strap before.
Pours a huge glass of this wine. Come on, let's put things behind us. And, just drinks it.
Mhm.
She's shocked.
Yeah. No spit take though, but
No,
unfortunately not.
it's not.
professional. You've got to be trained to do that kind of thing.
Yeah. Asquith.
Yeah. This Margot comes in basically, and
They
they had the back and forth about like, oh, but we did agree, didn't we? It's like, yeah, we know.
Oh yeah, and then they start to guilt trip her by saying that they come to be slaughtered.
Yeah, and then they play cards, and it's still continuing the guilt trip.
When
They're both
that,
crying, aren't they?
when that's happening, what's Briars doing? Why is he not in that scene? What's he up to?
Well, he's just doing
He's sorting out
something
the
else,
pigs.
isn't he? They've got to do something, haven't
Right, yeah. So then this is the scene where I said the writing was really good, where
Yeah,
they're
it
playing the
was
cards
really good writing.
because they're drinking wine and playing. What game is that? Where you say two
they?
single
Snap.
twist? There's just pictures of animals on it.
I think gin rummy. I'm going to
It's
say
happy families.
probably not. Well, carry on. I'm going to look for card games in mine.
So they're playing a card game, playing stick or twist. Margot's upset and says something like, threatening about sending the pigs away, and then Kendal says, don't get his knickers in a twist, and it says twist again, and she puts a card down, and then Margot's still trying to sort of reason with her, saying that she's not in the wrong about sending the pigs to get slaughtered, and then Kendal keeps saying increasingly sad things about the pigs to make her feel bad, and as she says a statement like, did you hear them screaming and they were sent away? And
crying
and then crying and stuff, and then she'll
screaming.
put a card down and say twist, which I sort of thought was a bit right, because she's sticking the knife in and then twisting, so like stick and twist as well as part of the game. And each time she says something like that to make her feel guilty, she would say twist as part of the game, but also double meaning, twisting the knife.
Moment. Poignant.
It is, yeah. And then that's it. And then Briars is in the kitchen and that, isn't it? Is that the same bit?
I can't remember. No, that's before that bit, when he was in the kitchen. No drinking the wine. Then it goes to that cut bit. Then doesn't it go to the bit where he brings the pigs back?
Yeah. And everyone's happy.
They're all happy, but then it turns out that the pigs that he sent off were killed.
Slaughtered.
And he just bought 2 new pigs.
Yeah.
Because look the same. You're never going to know, are you?
Classic Briars. And that's the end.
Yeah.
But I thought it was I actually really enjoyed it.
I thought it was lovely writing.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, really, really well written. So, do we think it stood the test of time? First off,
Yeah, I reckon so.
Yeah, nothing in there. It was like not like didn't translate because of the time. It was all there was nothing out of date in there. I mean, apart from the fashion.
Yeah. I thought the writing was really good. I thought the cast were great, and it's really nice chemistry between all the actors. The window cleaner had a little tiny part of it. He played that well.
Yeah.
Some of the facial reactions were great. Not like that. No, I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, all round, I think this is one of the best ones we've watched.
More like The Great Life, because we enjoyed it.
Yeah. I don't think it was the funniest thing we watched, but I do feel as though it's one of the...
It wasn't like a real slog to get through. Like we've had episodes where we've all laughed. It's not necessarily been an intentional joke, but we've all laughed at something. Yeah. But they've been a drag. But everything really sort of chugged along nicely. It all worked. All the parts all mostly paid off. Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
So what would you give it on the chuckleometer? the new feature we're going to try and introduce.
What's the scale of the chuckleometer?
I don't know. From like a
Paul Barry, surely.
From like a to
actually within to me to you.
Oh yeah.
So.
Heart attack.
Wow, that's
off the charts.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think this was like brilliantly funny. So
where's it on the chuckleometer?
What?
Where's it on the chuckleometer?
Chuckleometer.
Is it a smirk?
Sorry.
Is it a titter?
Did I smirk at this? Yeah, maybe like when. Oh yeah, maybe that.
I thought mine was just off a satisfied smile.
You're satisfied. You're satisfied by that comedy.
Satisfactory comedy. Like I had some nice soup or something. Felicity Kendal just made.
Out of your favourite bowl when you're ill. Like all feels very wholesome.
Favourite bowl. Yeah, and Kendall's giving it to me, but the soup.
Yeah. Here you go. Like,
what's that?
Sexy Kendal. No,
that's a normal voice. Is fine. Posh.
Oh, fine.
Yeah. How tall do you reckon she is?
I love this game. I'm gonna go for
from Mattel.
5 foot 3. I'm gonna commit to 5'3".
5'3". I'm gonna go for 5'1".
Okay, I've got it in meters, so that's not very helpful.
Was it like? Oh no, I won't go for that.
8.
They had to post-production make her like normal size.
Let's use all that false perspective stuff.
Yeah. Right. Richard Briars had to stand in a hole when he was filming.
That makes it actually even better, considering they were 2 miles apart in every scene.
The chemistry there.
This is 1.5 meters. But what does that mean?
Just do like a conversion, isn't it? 1.5 meters in feet. Is it
I don't know,
1.5 meters? 1.5 meters.
Oh,
sorry, 1.5 meters, not 1.
Just if you just type in that.
1
inches.
1.5
in feet and inches. Oh, we should know things like this.
4'11".
No,
That's what it says.
Legally a midget.
Yeah, 4'11". Yeah.
Whoa.
That's fine.
That's why it's Darwin.
I'm blown away by that.
Why?
That's tiny. I didn't think she'd be that
Of
small.
course she's tiny.
But I thought
It's part of the appeal.
Yeah.
She might be wearing shoes.
Yeah.
She had those Wellington boots and a bucket, didn't she?
But like-
For some of those scenes.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was in a bucket for a long
Those
time.
Cuban Wellingtons that she had on.
You can still find them. Go on. What are we doing next?
There's a few YouTube comments. Brushing my foot. That's a bit creepy. There's a few YouTube comments, but I don't know if there are any. There's only 3. I don't know if there will be any good.
Oh, look, they could have answered my question.
I love the good life.
Eleni 1979. Can anyone tell me what card game Barbara and Margot?
They're not playing Pontoon.
Pontoon.
I can confirm it's not Pontoon.
Bloody hell, that's a good one. Good old comedy. Never Bring Again. That's what. Should make more comedy stuff like this. People glued to the TV set. Get rid of this boring BBC documentaries. BB can gone downhill and shoot themselves in the foot.
Well, thanks very much, Andy David from 9 months ago. That's
He's
helpful.
that's upsetting. Thanks so much for these episodes. I love old TV programs. Really enjoying them.
So sorry, the Bunny Rabbit line 1 year ago. I love Penelope Keith forever.
Yeah.
What is that first emoji? Like the sort of
That's-
sweating one? I don't understand.
It's laughing with a little bead of sweat coming down his face.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, I've never known what that one is.
I don't know. Apparently they've got different names. Like I was told yesterday that the sad concerned face is is officially called the pensive emoji.
Oh, okay.
What?
This emoji here.
What, they got names?
Yeah, apparently so. I don't know how you.
It's like how it's spelled out the program
Does it,
side of things, I imagine.
Does it make them more productive in texts?
Well, like when you start writing.
No, as a callback to the giving animals names.
That one is that's the pensive one.
I wasn't saying yeah.
Oh, is it? I always thought it was a bit sad, that one.
I thought it was sad, but
But
it's pensive.
looking down and
Oh,
upset.
yeah, I always do it. It's sad.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's the only one I use.
Pensive. Is that it?
Yeah.
I think we've.
So what did we say for joke of the week in this?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Ski Monthly.
The first joke of the episode. Yeah, that's it, John.
Yeah,
That's
done.
done.
That's sorted. I liked one where he looked at her and said, Margot, oink oink.
Oh yeah.
That's a good joke. It's
Wait.
pig language.
Which time that he did it? He did
Every time.
Did it twice. Yeah.
every time. Always funny.
I think a window cleaner confusion was quite good.
Yeah. That was a good
Because
little sequence.
he played it well with his eyes.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good bit. Well, I agree
I think,
with
and
that.
I prefer that to as good as the writing was for the twist.
It wasn't
and
funny. It was just
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
admirable writing.
Yeah. So window cleaner, should we go for?
Window cleaner's always comedy. Comedy.
It's good. It's a
Stuff in
bottomless pit of comedy
Yeah.
gold. Window cleaning in general. Formby, Asquith. This geezer
There's
out.
been a sitcom about window cleaners. I don't know. Imagine it'd be quite good. Quite varied.
Yeah. What do we
I
call
like that one, yeah.
Cleaning up, probably.
There's already a
Oh, there's ITV.
Blackbird. What's
Yeah.
her name? Blonde one.
Oh, she was in 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps. I can't think of her name.
Pained expression.
What, Ralph Little?
Oh yeah, blonde wig.
What's her name? It's like a long name, isn't it? Fuck. What's it?
A long name. Oh, I don't know.
Is it Anne Longname?
Was it what was that one from IB served? Oh, I can't fucking be bothered.
Cleaning.
What is it?
ITV.
What you even looking
Sheridan
at?
Smith.
That's the one, Sheridan
There we
Smith.
go, that was
Long name.
Long name.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, Smith.
That's not enough.
One
Too many letters.
One mouse
Depends
worn out
right,
for
eh?
saying that.
Oh, I can't even fill in a form. There's not enough boxes.
Do you have an extra long form, please? Oh, Sheridan Smith here again. Yeah.
Can I take your last name? Oh, yeah. Can you get a pen because it's long? S
Take a seat.
M I T H. Do you want it phonetically? Sorry, that's S for sugar.
M for might take a minute. Carry on writing.
Non-stop. Oh, she's got my email wrong. She's got Smith. Oh. Smith with an F. How's she done that? I need to write it down again. Come on.
Smith with an F. Oh, it's like Smithy's joke things. Remember them? Like the Smithy's.
What the fuck are you doing? What's that hand?
Oh, were you trying to remember something?
Smithies. Oh, well, like they
Like fake fart.
Whoopee cushion. Whoopee cushion, you mean?
Fake whoopee
The
cushion.
real
You call
Bronx
it the
cheer.
fake apparatus. Have you got the generator?
The flatulence balloon. Wasn't Smithy a character in Beano or something?
Yeah, probably.
Sounds like it.
Maybe.
Dunno.
What are we doing now? I need to do a wee, so...
Should we play the game quickly then?
Alright, so I'll play the music.
I'd have had it queued up.
Clapped out, run down, too old to save. 1 foot in the
Game.
Oh, sorry.
It's always enjoyable, isn't it?
It is enjoyable.
Lovely.
I do like it.
Thank you.
It's
What's
because
the
you
game?
sound almost like you've been forced under pressure to do that, like someone with a gun to your head. Say game.
Is that okay?
Is that good? Sorry.
So our 1 foot in the game this week is entitled Kendal, Keith, or Kendrick Lamar. So you have to tell me which of these quotes is Kendal, Keith, or Kendrick Lamar. And I think there's 8 this week, and you're going to take it in turns. And whoever gets the most at the end wins, gets to pick the next episode.
All right.
So tell me, is this Kendal, Keith, or Kendrick Lamar?
There are 3 options.
There are 3 options.
Right,
Yep.
okay.
So
Sorry, Kendal.
Yep.
Who's Kendal?
Kendal is
A little short bird out of
Yeah,
Good
short,
Life.
shorty.
Yeah, short bird. Who's Keith?
Keith's
Posh
lanky.
bird.
Yep.
Keith. Oh, that's the Margot.
Yeah, yep. And
And Kendrick
He's
Kendrick
American,
Lamar,
American
Kendrick
rapper.
Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
Rapper, would you
He's a
say?
rapper, yeah, hip hop.
Rapper.
Man.
And he
Male.
wasn't in The Good Life.
Not in this season, no.
He played the window cleaner in the
He-
next
he-
series. They replaced him.
Hey,
Yeah,
what
bit
up,
diversity.
What up, Surbiton?
Are these going to be quotes from like real life?
Yes, and as far as I understand it, these aren't from The Good Life. These are
Right.
just quotes that they've said in the real world,
Real world. Okay.
Okay, go on.
Fair enough.
as themselves.
Go on, Chris goes first,
Allegedly.
because you won last time.
No, you go first because he went last time.
Oh,
Well, actually, no. I had.
sake.
How would you like to play this?
I don't care.
Let's do it that way around, so you can take it in turns. Then.
Yeah, go on, I'll go first this time.
That's what I just said.
Right, then 2-1. You go first this time. Then fine. Winner
Win.
winner goes first then.
Winner goes first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first quote.
It's the opposite to logic.
Young people don't want to sit at home and watch television. They'd sooner be out doing their own thing. Is that Kendal, Keith, or Kendrick Lamar?
So young people don't want to be sitting around watching television.
They'd sooner be out doing their own thing.
They'd sooner be out doing your own thing. I'm going to say it's the Lamar rapper guy.
It's not. It's Keith.
Fucking Keith.
Straight up.
I thought, they'd sooner gave it away. I don't think that Kendrick Lamar would have said that.
Yeah, fucking
Yeah.
sloppy.
Go on then.
Awful.
I hope to start enjoying flirting again when I'm 70, like my mother did. Is that Kendal, Keith, or Kendrick Lamar?
Kendall.
Bang on.
Yes,
Kendal, straight in
yes.
there. He's gone 1-0 up. Would you could pull it back with this one?
Well, yeah.
Fuck a hoe. She.
Bitch, don't kill my vibe. I mean, it is exactly that.
I mean, yeah,
bitch,
well,
don't
it's
kill
going to be
my vibe.
Lamar, isn't
It
it?
is exactly that.
Yeah,
Kendrick
obviously,
Lamar.
yeah.
Yeah. So. Thanks
Good.
to that.
Wow.
Yep. Next one. I love touring. I really do.
Logic. It sounds like you want us to say Kendrick Lamar, but I'm going to say Keith.
Well done. Yeah.
Is it Keith?
It is Keith.
Yes.
Yeah.
What does she tour?
If I remember rightly, she does like a show about barges or something like that, or like canal boats.
I mean,
not
I'm laughing
barges.
because that's right up my street. I don't know why I'm
Yeah, I
laughing
think it's
about
canal boats. Sorry, not barges.
it. Yeah. Don't miss off the C at the beginning of that either, because that'll be quite confusing.
But what?
Canal boats.
Oh right, yeah, they do that.
It's anal. This is anal.
So yeah, well done for guessing the bluff there. Words. I learned when I look in the mirror and tell my story that I should be myself and not peep whatever everybody else is doing.
And not Peep. Well, is that going to be Lamar, isn't it?
I don't know if that's a typo.
What?
If I'm honest, I don't know if that's a typo.
Well, you can't give me a typo. Well, I'm going to have to go for Kendrick Lamar.
I mean, you're correct either
I'm
way, but I
correct.
don't know if that's a typo.
Oh, okay.
Is anyone keeping score, by the way?
I think what I enjoy here is the inaccuracy of the quotes that make it more difficult. Yeah, okay. I think I've got I've got 2, and I think you've got 3, ain't you, Jones?
How's he got 2?
So I got 2 right out of 3.
What did he get? This is a shambles.
Yeah, I'm not counting. I should be counting, aren't I? So, right.
That's why you lost that
Edit this
family
bit out.
fortunes job.
1, 2, 3, 4. This pen's blue. 5, 6, 7, 8. Can we get a soundbite of that? This pen's blue.
That's the old counting rhyme Mark does. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this pen's blue. Keeps him on track.
Still be able to do everything. You got the first one wrong. You then got it right. Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe.
Oh, right. Yeah, you got it.
I love touring. I really do.
Well, let's get all the fucking Kendrick Lamar ones.
Because I went first. You should go first if you want to say.
Jones.
Yeah.
Walk myself to the court like, bitch, I did that.
I'm not sure if either of the ladies have got a criminal record. So I'm based on that. I'll go for Kendrick Lamar.
Correct.
Right, okay.
Could have been tennis court, you know. Squash court.
Keep one of those big wooden rackets. I'll walk my bitch self down to the court.
Right, Wood. Success breeds success, and failure leads to a sort of fallow period.
Kendal.
He's got it right.
What's the score?
He's just done ticks. It doesn't even mean anything, does it? What does that mean?
You went first.
Fucking
right.
dunce.
Odd is Wood. Even's Jones.
Right, okay.
So I've got them all right. And he's got
That's
one
the
wrong.
worst way you keep
Right, so
a
if I-
tally or
I
something
could do
like
it
that,
quicker
couldn't
than
you?
Wait, so if I get this
Or
right,
C for
if I get this right, I
If you get
win.
this right, you win.
And if not, it's a draw.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right,
So it's me v you essentially for the next episode choice. Sometimes
Yeah.
you just need to distance yourself from people.
Yeah.
If they care, they'll notice. If they don't, you know where you stand.
I'm going to go Kendrick Lamar.
He's only gone and done it. It's Kendrick Lamar.
Oh,
Come on, yes.
God.
Full house, well done.
Right.
So Jones, you get to pick the next episode we're going to watch
Okay. Is there
as the
The hallowed list.
there's a lot here that I'd like to do, but basically because I've won it, I'm going to go for Miss Jones and Son,
okay.
because
Oh.
that's my surname. Is that all right?
Yeah, I think it is. If it's not going to be, it will be by
Okay. Edit that. I've gone for game on. No spoilers there.
I think I remember what I did for the game for that one, so we should be okay. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's again off-air conversation. Well done, Chris. If it's a fairly played game, well done, Mark, for making the game.
You're
Yeah.
welcome. I
Well done.
enjoyed it.
Cheers, thanks.
It's kind of works, but eventually. But
I made sure that you both had a really obvious Kendrick Lamar one in it, so it was fair. That's why
which
you
ones were they?
bitch, please. So that's why it was for each this week. So that's pretty much us for this episode.
Yep.
Yep.
Standard.
Thanks very much for listening. You can find us as always on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at British Shitcom. Just use the hashtag Shitcom. If you want to send us some requests as to what we should watch, let us know using the hashtag Shitcom, as I said, and you can win a badge or leave us a review on iTunes, and you can also win a badge. And like and subscribe and all
Yeah,
that.
very good. Well done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
remembered. Finally, if you want to buy some merchandise, God knows why, the Great British Shitcom.tmill, that's .teemill.com for
Oh, it's
your
too
some-
long.
Yeah, sorry. For some
It's almost as long as Sheridan Smith's name.
for some merchandise. But yeah, leave us a review and you can win some because I've got to shift it.
It's clogging up my carrot.
Thanks very much, and
Nice plan.
join us.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, join us next week
For Miss Jones and Son.
for Miss Jones and Sons. Yes.
Jones and Son. Never heard of it.
Which episode are we watching? We should probably clarify that because otherwise people won't know.
If-
Because I don't think we did this for the good life. I don't think we even did that, did we?
Probably not. So
Good.
if they want to
Helpful.
watch before them, it's the opener. It's the debut episode, series 1, episode 1, From
Brilliant.
Here to Maternity.
Brilliant. Well, that's going to be about.
I wonder too. See you next week.
Bye.
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 Bye.